So if, so I'm going to read your name. If you hear your name, please respond by either saying present or here. Gory,
Present.
Precious, Legacy, Vienna, Neha, Isabel, Tyrianne,
Here.
Evita, Michaela,
Here.
Preston, Margaret, Anne Marie,
Here.
Jordan,
Here.
Annika,
Present.
Keely, Kip.
Oh, is that my name? Sorry, President.
Yeah, I apologize. Yes, Akil, I got you. Okay. Okay, did anybody enter the room that I did not call? If so, please identify yourself at this time.
Hi, I think I joined as you were doing introductions.
Okay, okay, Liana. Okay. Okay, well, it looks like a roll call has have established quorum with that.
Okay, thank you, Dewan. Now that quorum has been established, we will move forward to the next item on our agenda, which is review and approval of the last meeting's meeting minutes. So I motion to approve the meeting minutes for October 29, 2024. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, will all in favor of approving last month's meeting minutes say aye?
Aye.
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 Any opposition? Okay, the October 29, 2024 meeting minutes are approved. Okay, moving on to the next part of our agenda, which is the open discussion for St. Louis County Youth. So I'm going to give a brief overview about what we're going to be doing on this, and then we'll move into the open discussion. So for the Youth Council, we are going to choose 6 topics, and then we will break up into groups and we will research these topics. Last year, to give you guys a few ideas, we did college readiness, homelessness, youth literacy as a few of the topics we researched. And then this research that we are sending will be in our 6-month report that the St. Louis County Council will receive and read. And then a short description of what the topic research will be about is it'll include a description of the problem, history, significance in St. Louis County, especially with youth, past tried solutions and outcomes, and then our current possible solutions. Another thing to consider before we start our open discussion is that in the past, we've had some great solutions and ideas. However, the local government has, and like its different branches, has certain powers that they're capable of using. So when you're thinking about ideas and different solutions, make sure it's something that the local government can affect and hopefully like implement our advice. And then after we select our topics and our groups, I will be sending out an email restating all of this. So if I said it too fast or I'm rambling or anything, or you didn't catch it, then you will be getting all of that again. So now I'm going to open up the floor to any ideas for topics that we should focus on and any questions about the information I just gave. And then you guys can just go up and speak. Oh, Dewan?
Hey, yes, Madam Chair, I would like to just add one thing if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. So I just want everybody to still, be mindful that this particular group is simply a body to make recommendations to the St. Louis County Council. So so in that vein, I wouldn't think that anything would be off the table. So I wouldn't want them to, limit themselves in terms of what they may be thinking, if that makes sense.
Yes, of course.
Just wanted to share that. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Absolutely. Okay, opening the floor back up.
You mentioned homelessness. I think that'd be a really great topic to focus on. It definitely affects youth in our county, obviously. I just wanted to say I definitely think that's something we should focus on.
Okay, adding that to the list. Thank you so much for your suggestion.
I was also kind of considering like sexual harassment awareness and sexual education in public schools.
Okay. Thank you.
I think this was also one from last year, but I think it's really important. Youth literacy.
Just to second that, I think that's like a super great idea. We have a lot of Afghan refugees in the area right now. I volunteer with them like to help like teach young girls how to read. So that's also something we could work with just with on top of youth literacy. I just wanted to add that.
And then I know Gory has probably some like good ideas for this one as well. Environmental concerns, especially with like the stuff that's been happening in the south, like Helene and Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton, and like there's stuff that's like even affecting our area as well, like environmentalism, things like of that nature.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Kind of like adding to that, maybe even this is less of kind of like a social impact issue, but nitrogen runoff from like our agriculture into like our river system.
Okay. Okay.
One of the first issues that comes to mind for me is substance abuse within youth, especially within schools.
Does anyone else have anything? Okay, these all sound like great topics. I was going to add in there civic education and just like increasing youth involvement as one of our topics as well. And then according to my count, that would have us at 7 topics. So since we are going to be choosing 6 topics, I was wondering if you guys would be okay with it kind of combining the environmental concerns and the nitrogen runoff and like kind of grouping that together to get us down to the 6 topics. I think Gwari, did you propose that? Would you think that's okay? And then we can like have them emphasis on that a little.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think they're like very related.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Then, so I'll just restate the 6 groups I have right now, and then, what sort of vote do I need to do? Can I just do an A nay vote, or do I need to do like a roll call vote to approve all of these topics if we only have the 6?
So if there's only the 6, that you can do it as simple affirmation votes. So
Okay.
all in favor of these being the categories.
Okay, last call for any more topics anybody thought of? Oh, Dewan?
No, yeah, I'm sorry, Madam Chair. Really quick, if I could just make one quick suggestion.
Yeah.
If we use the unhoused population, besides homelessness,
Fair.
just simply because, we're, there's obviously been a bigger push to get away from using that word, as it can be, kind of demeaning in certain instances. So just unhoused population, if you're agreeable to that.
That's fine with me. I can absolutely switch that if anyone has any concerns about that. Okay. I don't see anything. Okay, so I'll just read off all the topics and then I will motion for that vote. So right now I have substance abuse, the unhoused population, sex ed and harassment, youth literacy, environmental concerns, and nitrogen runoff as one group, and then civic education. Okay, now I will motion to approve these 6 topics as what will you be focusing on for our 6-month report. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Okay, thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, any opposition? Okay, we will be approving those as our 6 topics to focus on for the 6-month report. Now, our next task will be, we will moving on to assigning the different work groups. So for this, since we have the 15 members, then we will have 3 groups with 3 members and 3 groups with 2 members. And then, so I think we're just gonna go with a roll call for this. So Dewan, can I just have you read everybody's name off and then everybody can say what one group they would prefer to be in.
Absolutely. And I believe other members have entered since we've taken roll call. So I'll just go over the entire list again. Well, I'll do the entire roll call again.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Okay. Gory.
My first preference would be sexual harassment awareness, and my second would be the environmentalism.
Oh, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. We're just doing the one this go round, correct, Matt?
Yes, yes. And then if we have somebody at the end who doesn't get a category, they could potentially talk to somebody else to see if they're willing to change. For example, if somebody like Gory is willing to be in a different group and somebody else doesn't get their preference. But I think for right now, if we just focus on the one and then hopefully everybody is assigned to a group that they have interest in.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
So-
Gory, so sexual harassment, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Precious. Legacy. Legacy Jackson, I see you. See your day. Are you, did you hear the topics?
No, I did not. Can you please repeat them?
Okay, Madam Chair, do you, I think I have them in a different order. Do
Yeah,
you-
I
you wanna
just read
them?
the list I have. So I have substance abuse, homelessness, sexual education and harassment, youth literacy, environmental concerns and nitrogen runoff in one group, and then civic education.
For my first choice, I would like homelessness, and for my second choice, sexual harassment.
Okay, yeah, so we're just doing the one at this time, so I'll go ahead and put you in the unhoused population.
Oh, my apologies, Dewan.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, next we have Vienna.
My preference would be for substance use and abuse.
Okay. All right. Neha, did they ever join? Neha? No? Isabel? No? Chirian?
My preference would be youth literacy.
Excuse me. Evita? Evita? Nope. Michaela.
My preference would be sexual harassment in education.
Okay. And Preston, did he? Nope. Margaret.
I'll go with substance use.
Okay. Anne Marie.
I do youth literacy.
Okay. Jordan.
I would like to also do the substance abuse.
Madam Chair.
I'll go on the open civic education.
And then Akil.
I'll go on environmentalism.
Okay. All right. Did I get everybody who present? Okay. All right, Madam Chair, I've placed those in the groups that they chose. It looks like we'll still have maybe 5 other individuals that we'll place as we see best fit or as you see best fit.
Okay. Yep, absolutely. Okay, and then
Excuse me.
now that we've finished that, I can move on to the next item on our agenda. So I was just going to say one more thing relating to our groups. This presentation will be due on January 14th because we're hoping to present this at our next meeting, which will be on January, I believe I wrote down January 28th. We are going to skip our December meeting because of all of the holidays and normally doing them the last Tuesday of the month. That would fall in between Christmas and New Year's. So take that one off of your calendar, and then I will be motioning to approve that next meeting in January in a minute or so. But I do want to emphasize that because we are having this presentation so soon and because it's due on the January 14th, make sure as soon as we get those lists out to you, which we'll try to get them out as promptly as possible, to get together with your group so you can delegate who's going to be doing what or meet. You can like either Zoom or call or do in person or whatever you want to do to get that information compiled about your topics so you can get that as quickly as to us as possible. With that being said, I will be scheduling our next meeting. So I'll be holding our next meeting on Tuesday, January 28th at 6 p.m. Does anyone have any problems with that? Will that work okay for everybody? Okay, I see a bunch of head nods. So then I will motion to hold our next meeting on Tuesday, January 28th at 6 p.m. Any seconds?
Second.
Okay, thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposition? Okay, so then our next meeting will be on Tuesday, January 28th at 6 p.m. And then, so Dewan or any other members, does anyone have any questions or statements before we close the meeting?
So I just have something just really quick, just a general reminder. It is absolutely important that everyone responds as we're sending out, emails, et cetera. We don't want anybody to miss any important information that we might put out there. And some of these things are actually time sensitive. And if for whatever reason, emails are not reaching you, we need to know that. So we'll be able to figure out alternative ways by which to communicate to you all. So definitely make sure that you're checking your emails and responding in a timely fashion. As Madam Chair indicated, you all will be receiving separate emails, uh, receiving emails per your group. So you'll be in your individual groups per topics, and it'll have an attachment which outlines, the requirements of the report, or what, what Madam Chair is looking for you all to provide in your submissions. And again, as Madam Chair indicated, it is absolutely, imperative to, stay on schedule, meet with your groups early and often so that we can get those submissions in by that January 14th date that Madam Chair mentioned, because once they're submitted, the individual submissions are turned in, then we still need to combine them into one cohesive report that will be presented to you all during the January meeting, at which time you all will vote on it. And once it's approved, if it's approved, then it will be at that point submitted to Dr. Page and the county council to meet that February 15th deadline. So definitely, if there's any questions with that, please reach out early and often. Let us know. If you're stumbling, if you're needing assistance, please don't wait to the last minute. Definitely reach out to us so we can get you to the assistance that you need.
Yes, on that note, the document we are sending out to you guys will have Dewan's email, which you guys already have, as well as my phone number and my email. So if you need anything from me, do not hesitate to reach out to me. So with that, if nobody else has any other comments or questions, then I will motion to adjourn. So I motion to adjourn this meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay, meeting adjourned. I will see you all next month, and I'll be sending correspondence to you sooner. Oh,
Thanks,
sorry.
everyone.
Everybody, all right, be safe.
Thank you.